Hi everyone, thanks TED Talk for having me. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm a PhD student at Algiers One University in AI. I'm also a teaching assistant at Oran One University and Algiers One. I am also a software developer and networking engineer at Ooredoo. So I know it's not like the most obvious story when it comes to a tech persona, but it has been definitely not a very stable career for someone who had started with networking engineer and then turned to web and then to AI. And yeah, the world of tech has definitely changed before 2022 and then after 2022. So I'm assuming everybody here is trying to figure out a tech career. Well, for me, after graduating in 2021, I was like, let me try this thing that's called a job, maybe something that speaks for me, or try freelancing at the same time. So I did Sonalgas, Sonadrak, I tried Ooredoo, I tried the special agency here in Algiers, but I was like, okay, this thing that's from 9 to 5 is definitely not something that can speak to me. And then, I focused more on freelancing, and because I had a lot of international graduate students that were around me, we were able to create this community called Octadot. So we were able to create an agency in different countries here in Africa. So we started with the one in Algeria, and then we created the one in Nigeria, and then we went to Zimbabwe, then we have Kenya recently. So the fact that I was part of a community that's like has group of talented graduated students from Algeria who were able to keep up and send each other back and forth projects. And because people don't always look at the freelancers and the agency the same way, it's always better to present yourself as an agency. So, I know everyone here hates paperwork, but I had to go through creating the LLC and setting up the payment process. You name it, we can talk about Mercury, Stripe, and all of that. Then we were trying to, upsell the clients that we were already have. So instead of us starting working with clients that would give you $500, $1,000, you try to, get to 2K, 5K. And then because this thing, started being too repetitive for us, we were like, okay, it's definitely a time where I feel like we have reached the point where even if you are sleeping, you are able to get some revenue from those clients. Like you don't have to be always constantly working to receive money from clients. So that's like leaving the stage of freelancing. So with that, we were like, okay, since AI is now the trend, and like Africa is still like this, I would call it a virgin market comparing to all of the other countries, why don't we just work on, contacting the online businesses that exist already, and then try to integrate some LLM system that's very custom to what they have. For example, you wouldn't use a very generic text like the one you can get from ChatGPT or Gemini. You will use the data that they have already, and then, do fine-tuning and all of the AI stuff to get to a point where, okay, now it's like the old information that we are having right now, it's helping us getting more productive, more efficient, and more culture. Because at the end of the day, we notice that, okay, if you go to ChatGPT, it's going to talk to a dentist the same way it's going to talk to someone who does like a plumbery the same way. It's going to talk to someone who's a doctor the same way it's going to talk to someone like a tech. But specializing in like, this one is for education, and this one is for community management, and this one is for industry, and this one is for logistics, help the AI system grow. So that's what we were able to do with my community of Octadot that exists in different countries here in Africa, with creating like LLM that's very custom to the business, and then from there we go to outside. Yeah, I think that's it for me. I've finished. So I hope everybody enjoyed.